Again, a little bit of greetings to y'all. Glad you can come in the space, share on the space today. Appreciation to all that show and read. Please share, subscribe, and share. Comment. I really appreciate that. We really want to build. We got a little community going here, but we definitely like an expanding of the community, right? Putting different stuff out. I'm very versatile. I'm not like some people are like, this is what they do, one category, and this is what they do. Even spiritually, that's that one category is what you're really good at, and they're never really going to go outside that category, almost like not outside of their profession, or like I don't know, my experience, the connectivity of the unity and the connection of how everything's more connective than divided in knowledge and just the experience of pastoring, teaching. I considered myself 15, 20 years ago as a revelation teacher. I taught by the revelation I got, right? Coming out of a traditional Christianity to that, I became very versatile in that way. And then even growing past that, when I really, in that 2012, 2013 Uplift Next Veil grant out of, even though we left traditional Christianity, we're still holding part of it. There's still a remnant still in when I kind of broke out of that. And now I don't see Christianity as the 325 Roman Christianity. I see it more as a Gnostic, because it is. In different groups that were Gnostic. The Cathars, that'd be another thing to get on one day, if you know the story of the Cathars. And I definitely probably will do that one day and kind of go into what the Cathars were and what came against them, which came against everybody down the road, or the Eleusinians mysteries, right? In Greece, in that culture. Do something on that. But anyways, we started something. This will be our second episode of it. What is that something that we're doing? We're doing an esoteric decoding of musical lyrics. What I have is usually most more going to be in the classic rock genre or rock genre. Like I said, if some of you who are on that like other genres of music and leave in the comments, tell me to decode a song. I'm open to doing decoding songs, but it's got to be a decode that can be decoded, not just because you like a song. So have a little understanding what you're looking for that you want me decoded. That you might find there's some mystery, or what's the underlying meaning of these lyrics? What are they really trying to tell me in these lyrics? And stuff. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's get into it, right? We're going to get into the song. I'm going to share it. Let me talk a little bit before I totally go in on it. Definitely. Before I fully go into it, the song, and I think both things are there, even though I don't see it. But I have mentioned on multiple times, right, that we have I've mentioned that I have some friends here who watch me I've mentioned this word gematria to them. They have not been inducted. They don't really know what gematria is. Now, I'm not a big, I don't do a bunch of gematria. I mentioned it on my channel. I may add it more. I'm more spiritual versatile. So when I discovered gematria, there's some really good channels. That's all they do. And that's what I'm kind of talking. They stay in that lane of gematria, and that's all they do. But let's find out, what is gematria? What is gematria? And as we look here, we can see that starting here is a practice of assigning a numeral value to a name, a word or phrase, by reading it as a number, sometimes using a numerical cipher. The letters of the alphabets have standard numerical values, but a word can yield silver values if a cipher is used. So what it is in the kind of real quick parts of it is that you have A is 1, B would be 2, C would be 3, D would be 4, and on. What D would be 4, E would be 5, right? And so on and so forth, where I even told you KKK is actually 11. It's 11th letter. 11, 11, 11, which is 33, which what is even 33-degree Mason, right? So kind of like that, yeah. This goes very much deeper. It's from Kabbalah. If you can see, it's talking about it in Greek, but it also will tell you here that it's the numbering of the Greek alphabet by Miletus, and it was part of the Pythagorean tradition, which originated in the 6th century BC. The first evidence use of the Hebrew letters has numbers dates 278 BCE. So gematria is still used in this culture now, as you see right there, the Jewish culture. Definitely putting numbers into value and hiding it. I kind of talked to somebody how this works. There's actually in gematria, they can write it out, but actually there is actually a gematrianator, which means now it will calculate everything for you. Put the word in there, it will calculate it for you. Okay. What the calculation means or what it is, right? So I just want to give this background. I've mentioned it, like I said, a handful of times. I've known a really good person doing this gematria effect. I actually have met him personally, Zachary K. Hubbard. Definitely is good at this. I've been doing it for a decade, if not longer. I've seen decodes of this, picking sporting events and having a high percentage win. Of course, people go against it, saying, oh, it's that now. Them going against it have agenda too, to protect something, because it ties in a lot of stuff. I've seen it. I'm gonna be honest with it. I was really into gematria, in partaking in it a lot more than I have the last year plus, because I got back to working on my spiritual self, the expansion of self. Remember, the 4th book of the Bible is Numbers, and this is numbers based, right? Numbers will also make you numb in language. Numbers, numb. It can make you numb when you have a bunch of numbers, right? Make you numb. But also it has value. It's concrete on how the universe and everything is built on numbers. Gematria shows you how this is used to coordinate things, and they balance out. And if you maybe one day I'll even share one of his videos and show how to do it. I'll maybe even put the I actually thought about putting the gematriator, which is the calculation, how you do it, but I decided not to, because this is decoding a song. But the reason I'm saying this is from a movie called Murder by Numbers. Again, this is what I'm going to decode as a song by the Police called Murder by Numbers. Very interesting. This is actually from a movie. The song was released in 83, which is very heavy, even that part, because 83 dropped the 19 out there in 1983. One of the things in when you get in gematria is, sorry for this again. I hate getting all these spam calls and stuff like that. It seems like they always want to, and that's what's happening in a lot of these agencies, online emails. You have all these flooded emails. You didn't make contact, or selling your information, and that even would deal with a lot of the stuff that you're getting spam calls, just selling your information out there on that web, on that spider web. Open your spidey senses and decode what's really happening. But anyways, we're gonna get into the song. But again, this song was connected to a movie called Murder by Numbers, and definitely, what's her name, Sandra Bullock, was in this movie. Is it Sandra Bullock? Yeah. There's a movie called this. This is from a movie, actually. This is from the movie. So That's why I gave a little background of what we're going to talk about, because a lot of the coding of gematria, once you learn it, has a lot of this. And this name of the song, again, Murder by Numbers, right? Let's go into it. Once that you decided on a killing, first you have to make a stone of your heart. And if you find that your hands are still willing, then you can turn a murder into an art. Notice it's painting the picture that you have to change your heart into stone. You know, you have to make changes within yourself to find, actually, as you see this progresses into, if you're still willing to follow through, once you decided, you have to make stone of your heart, take away your feelings, right? And if you find that your hands are still willing, then you can turn a murder into an art. Meaning, if you're still willing to do it after you turn your heart to stone, your feelings ain't getting in your ways, you can turn your murdering into art. And then it goes in, there really isn't any need for bloodshed. You just do it with a little more finesse. You can still flip a tablet into someone's coffee, then it avoids an awful lot of mess. So he's really telling you can kill without making a mess. A lot of times the killing and murdering that we see out there, this is murder by numbers, which is definitely gematria. No doubt in my mind it's gematria, even if I was to show you, which I should have put up there, but I haven't introduced you, unless you don't know about gematria, some of the numbers, right? They go along with this, but 83, it's made in 83. 83 in gematria fulfills numbers. 38 fulfills numbers. If you look at the poster of this movie, it says murder by numbers, and it has an 83 and a 79, because 79 is also murder by numbers. Then you go, why so many different numbers? Is because there's usually 4 codes that all are ran. They give you 4 different numerical values, right? The 4 codes, and all these 4 codes go into murder. So really, he's saying you become an artist by killing by the code, and you don't have to do it by making a bloodshed. Don't have to make a mess, because you can give a pill, which is poison somebody, and then they die, and then you can make it look like something else, and it really wasn't a poisoning. A lot of killing by operatives, this is what they've used. If I can use their specific group I'm talking about here, definitely. But there really isn't any need for bloodshed. You should just do it with a little bit more finesse than we talked about. You can just slip a tablet in someone's coffee, then it avoids an awful lot of mess. It's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's as easy as you learn your ABCs, and that's what I was talking about in gematria. Numerical values, 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 C's. It's telling you the ABCs murders. What was her name that used to do the murder mysteries on TV? It was called the ABC Murders, I believe. And what was her name? It's slipping me. You TV heads will know it. She used to write books. God, what's her name? And she had a series. So they were called murder. One of them was murder by numbers. This is how the operative works in different aspects of music, the wood, politics, those who are under that music, like I said, athletes, numbers game. So it tells you it's easy as 1, 2, 3. It's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It is easy as learn as your ABCs. Now we'll go down a little farther. Now, if you have taste for this experience, you've just flushed with your very first success, then you must try a twosome or a threesome, and you'll find your conscience bothers you much less. So what I see is the more you do this, is what it's telling you, and you're keeping it discreet, right? It just get a little bit of poison going, and then it looks like you can say it's a heart attack. You can say it's a stroke. Nobody gets blamed, especially them in power who practice. And then the ABCs connected, it's gematria. Once one of the things, when you start looking at gematria, it starts breaking down a lot of this too, into when you see people perish by the numbers. Like I said, there's certain aspects that you really see it. And this is murder by numbers. This is a name of a movie, right? Murder by Numbers. Isn't her name Sandra Bullock in it? I believe so. It doesn't have that, but Because murder is like anything you take, it's a habit forming need for more and more. You can bump off every member of your family and nobody else you find a bore, or anybody else you find a bore. So when I see that aspect right here we just read, what that tells me is that this is done, that it becomes habit forming, addiction. You tasted doing it once, you had success. You taste doing it twice, you do a threesome, twosome, threesome, you're doing it, you're getting very good, and you're getting a taste for like doing it. Like a hitman. Like, this is what we do. We sacrifice them by the numbers because it's easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me. Michael Jackson song, right? ABC. What was that song telling us? Because it's murder by numbers, and it says it again, 1, 2, 3 is it's as easy as to learn as your ABCs. Murder by the numbers, the name of the movie, the name of the song. The song is part of the movie catalog. The song is part of the movie of murder by numbers. Just telling you guys, everything is hidden in front of us, what the elites do. Watch what it says later. You're going to be blown, because this is what gematria will reveal to you. It's really in front of our face. Because it's easy, it says it's easy to learn as your ABCs. Now you can join the ranks of the illustrious. In history's dark hall of fame, all our greatest killers were industrious, at least the ones that you know all by name. But you can reach the top of your profession, watch this, if you become the leader of the land. You can be at the top of your profession, go up the ladder. Allow a few to pass. That's what happens. Climbing the ladder actually requires this, is what it's telling you. You want to climb the ladder of success in these different genres? Yeah. This goes along with it. A little bit of sacrificing. That's what I see. Kind of sick to me. Not kind of, it is. You can reach the top of your profession. You can become the leader of the land. For murder is a sport of the elected, and you don't need to lift a finger out of your hand. Right there. I'm going to stop right there. It is because it's a sport of the elected. What it's telling you is a sport of the elect, the elite. The song's telling you that. It's right in front of your face. It is their sport. They actually, the sacrificing shimmies or pull, like going on a fun vacation. Yeah. You don't need to lift a finger off your hand because it's murder by numbers. 1, 2, 3. It's as easy as to learn as your ABCs. Murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3 is as easy to learn as ABCD, 1, 2, 3, ABC, 1, 2, 3, ABC, 1, 2, 3, ABC. That's all gematria. The 1, 2, 3 and the ABC is telling you it's gematria. I just shared a little bit of it on the numeral values connected to the letters on the Wikipedia. So we've never really went hard on gematria. I do know gematria. I mean, was introduced to it a few years ago at a perfect timing to learn this. Yeah, and I'll even use an example of what I did with it, because there is, people sign contracts that go under those labels. I said, you go into politics, you go under movies, you go into the musical industry, you go into sports, you go into politics, sports, musical industry. There's another one I'm missing here. Music, sports, politics. There's another one I'm missing. I'm missing a fourth genre that are usually signing up contracts that are connected to this. Politics, I don't know if I said polytricks yet, right? But people will die by a certain code that is simply there. I could even tell you codes that I know, but I know one thing I did with it on the reverse side of it, because everything has another side. There's an organic side, there's an inorganic side to it, right? The organic side of it would be you're not under contract. You will die on a certain date by the numbers, right? Your name does have value if you're going to run it in in gematria. I actually at different times used it for sports and betting, because people do this daily, and this is their income by using gematria to do sports, to bet on sports, because sports is 365. When you take baseball and hockey and basketball, weren't once a week sports in the popularity. NFL's a once a week sports. These sports are daily. You say, well, no, NBA team or hockey team plays daily. No, not all of them, but one of them does. When some have their days off, the other ones are playing. So every day there usually is. Horse racing, even UFC. So I found through the NFL more and a little bit NBA, I actually use this, and yeah, it definitely worked, especially for some NBA or NFL playoff runs I seen had with doing this, kind of going and betting and seeing that, definitely came out well with it. And there's people who hit 70, 80% on this, but they're drenched in decoding every day this because it's their livelihood. Okay. That's the 1, 2, 3. And he goes on to say, because it's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3, it's as easy to learn as your ABCs. Murder by numbers is like your ABCs. 1, 2, 3 is as easy to learn as your A, B, C, D, E. This song is telling you about gematria. It's telling you about gematria. It really is. It's telling you, the song was called Murder by Numbers, which is really murder by the gematria code. You murder by the code. Numbers are codes here, right? So when you really start seeing this, I'm going to go off this. We did the song. Share stopped. Still recording. Is how this song, to me, I had to decode this. This wasn't a fun decode like Stairway to Heaven, right? Where you're like, ooh, it's kind of has a spiritual overtone to us changing the road we're on, and things come into unity one day, or whatever. This was telling you about a code being used for certain things to happen by the numbers. Murder, specifically the song and the name of the movie, which goes into gematria because it's as simple as 1, 2, 3 is ABC. Is there a Michael Jackson song about ABC, an old one when he was a child? That might be one to even look at. Really, what's the words in depth? Is there any hidden words in there that could be revealing more? And like I said, I've known about gematria. I've not been a big gematria component, putting it up here and doing it, because it's not really me. I'm more into the spiritual. Let's grow, but it's truth. I've seen it over and over. Even I'm going to even tell you, I had to even recently, and with news, with the things that happened, even with the 34 conviction felony of Donald Trump, I definitely had to go gematria effect news and get gematria's take, because they're going to line up the numbers and show it's all ritual, which I seen it and I was like, oh wow, Danny, you know this, you can't pick sides. And I wasn't. I kind of seen how silly living in California with a liberal government was. I mean, this is just pure silliness of stuff they were doing. I mean, stupid silly. I'm just gonna be honest, stupid silly. I mean, it's ignorance at its lowest thing. It's communism. But I also know we live in a reality that never goes based into balance. So when you go all the way one way, if you go all the way, the pendulum swings all the way the other way is not good either, right? So just had to say that. But this is a powerful song. It definitely is. To me, it's straightforward, in your face, telling you. This movie is actually called Murder by Numbers. I think it's Sandra Bullock's the main star. If you look at the poster, which I could have put up and I didn't, the poster really was showing you that on it, the poster of it was actually showing what showed you key numbers. When it said Murder by Numbers, you would see a 79 and an 83, and there was a couple other numbers in the poster with her. You would see it, and then when you know gematria, 79 and 83 are connected to murder. So is 38 connect. to murder. So yeah, murder by numbers. That's why the 79 and 83, it's telling you it's gematria. It's gematria. They tell us the truth in front of you, but you think it's all entertainment. So the masses just think, oh, they're just entertaining us. Come entertain. Isn't there a song by Queen called "Let Us Entertain You"? Entertain you. It's entertainment. I'm telling you, they're telling you more truth than the news stations tell you. That's crap. That's nothing but props. And, it's still, when I look at the news and they all say the same thing. They're staring at a screen saying the same thing. There's nothing value about what they're telling you. There's nothing value what they're telling you. Nothing of value what they're telling you. They just keep repeating the same things over and over. Movies, songs like this, series, especially when you start looking at some of the new series, they're telling you about upload. What we shared in the last things with putting the thing in your head, go in your skull, put in a little computer chip, and you're good to go. And it'll upload your consciousness, and you can spend all your rest of your eternity. Once you pass physically, we'll send you to a virtual reality like the beach. Danger, 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 danger. I'm warning, danger to them who are knowers. Those who have lived and dreamed and went into that path in your dream world of your different virtual reality in the real organic side of it. Don't fall for the inorganic shit. Ooh, I can't make this up. I had to throw that S word at there instead of calling it crap or this one. Don't fall for that stuff. But anyways, one slip up. What do you know? But that song, man, like I said, comment, look at this. Guess I might have to share a little bit more gematria. Won't become a gematria guy completely, just gematria, because that's what a lot of them seem to only stay in that vein, because to me that vein is good. It's teaching people outside themselves, though. It's not the development of you and your highest point, which is all, it's within you. It's within you. It's within you. But you guys, and I appreciate you all, please share. Like, share, and subscribe, and please share. Anybody you know who's open, introduce them to us. Introduce them to here so we can have a grand old time.